All right, hey, Rick Mal here from Family Martial Arts and Bainbridge Fitness Kickboxing. And I just wanted to take a little bit of time to go over some of the basic techniques that we do in the kickboxing workouts and to say a few things that hopefully will be helpful to you. If you've never done a kickboxing workout, one of the suggestions that I make at the very outset is to start slow. Ease into the punching and kicking, slowly. As far as the power dial and the speed dial, if like 1 is super slow and 10 is super fast, start at like a 2 or a 3 on the power dial. Go light, go easy. And as you feel more comfortable with the punches, with the kicks, as they land and the impact, then dial it up a little bit. But if you start throwing hard punches, and for me, if I've been out of it for a little while and I come back, I come on a bag and I just start wailing, 100%, then, usually something happens. I tweak my elbow, my wrist, my knee, or something like that. And so, just start light, start easy, have fun, ease into it. And as I said, as you feel more comfortable, then you dial it up. Now, there are 10 basic techniques that we do in our punching system. Your basic stance is going to be a left leg lead. The knees are bent, the hands are up, the right shoulder's turned back slightly for a quarter turn on the upper body. This is assuming you're right-handed. Everything would be switched if you're left-handed. The hands come up by the chin in front of the shoulders and the elbows are down and in comfortably. 1 is, I'll go quickly through the punches. 1 is a jab. It's going to come straight out and straight back. You want to make sure on impact that your wrist is straight. Right, if your wrist is a little bent on impact, then you're going to jack your wrist up. So you want to make sure you have a nice straight wrist. So 1 is a jab, goes straight out, comes straight back. 1. 2 is a right cross. That's going to be straight out from the side of the chin, straight out, straight back. You notice as I throw the punch, I pivot on the ball of my back foot. I turn my hips and my knees, and it comes straight out, straight back. When one hand is punching, the other hand stays up, and we call that double touch. So 2 is the right cross. Now, I'm going over this quickly, and there's a lot more that could be said, but I just want to keep it really simple for now. So the 1 is the jab, the 2 is a cross, 3 is a left hook. Now the hook is going to be, the elbow is going to be bent about 90 degrees. The palm will be facing you. Sometimes you'll face it down. The elbow will be up about the same height as the fist. As you throw the left hook, you want to make sure again that wrist is straight so that it's, on impact, it's not bent and you don't torque your wrist. As you throw the hook, you'll pivot on the ball of your lead foot slightly. That's a number 3. A 1-2 would be a jab cross. A 1-2-3 would be a jab cross hook. Jab cross hook. A 4 is a right hook. Same thing. About 90-degree bend on the elbow, pivot on the ball of the right foot. On impact, make sure that wrist is nice and straight. That's a 4. So a 1 is a jab. 1-2, jab cross. 1-2-3, jab cross hook. 1-2-3-4, jab cross, left hook, right hook. A 5 is a left uppercut. That comes straight up the middle. As I hit the left uppercut, my right shoulder pulls back. As I do that, again, the wrist, we want to make sure it's straight. Now on the bags, it's hard to hit an uppercut on the bag chin high, so we usually do uppercuts coming into the bag, like we're coming into the body. But again, you want the elbow behind the punch, right? Not out like this. So that's a number 5. 5 is a left uppercut. 6 is a right uppercut. Left uppercut, right uppercut. So if I call out 5, 6, left uppercut, right uppercut. As I call a 1, jab. 1-2, jab cross. 1-4, jab, right hook. 2, right straight, right cross. 2-3, right cross, left hook. 2-3-2, right cross, left hook, right cross. Now, you're hearing these numbers and you're thinking, hey, how am I supposed to keep up with all these numbers? There's only the 6 numbers. So it takes a little bit of time. It doesn't take much time. It won't take long before you get used to it. And I usually stack them when I'm calling the numbers. You're not going to hear me say 2, 3, 6, 5. I'll call out a 2 and then I'll say 2, 3 and then 2, 3, 2. So I stack them up so that it's fairly easy. So again, 1 is a jab, 2 is a cross, 3 is a left hook, 4 is a right hook, 5 is a left uppercut, 6 is a right uppercut. We'll also do elbows. Think of an elbow as like a left elbow is like a left hook, except I'm pulling my hand back to my face and making the weapon my left elbow. So we'll hit elbows, most of them, there are a number of different angles for elbows, but we'll keep it mostly simple for the left elbow and the right elbow coming straight across the middle. For our kicks, there's 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7 is a push kick. And that, you're bringing up your front leg, raising the front knee, thrusting the ball of the foot out into the target. So it comes up, thrust it out, retract it back, and put it back down. That's a 7. That's a push kick. As the kick comes up and extends out, you lean your torso back a little bit to thrust the hip into it. That's a 7. That's a push kick. An 8 is the same thing, but it's off the back leg. You'll turn your front toes out to open up your hip. The knee comes up, thrust it straight in, retract it back. So 7 is a push kick off the lead leg. 8 comes off the back leg. Both of those are straight kicks. Then 9. 9 is a left round kick. Now the round kick, there are different ways to do it. We'll keep it really simple for now. We'll bring our supporting foot underneath. And we're going to bring the knee up and aim the knee at the target, retracting the foot back. And then you're going to whip that shin out into the bag, retract it back, and back to your stance. So up, out, and back. That's a 9. Now we'll do 9. I'll show you different ways to do 9s. You can do a speed 9, you can do a power 9, you can do a switch 9 where you're switching your stance. But those are going to be left round kicks. It can be low, it can be medium, or they can be high, depending on your flexibility. One other quick thing. Everyone has different capabilities, limitations with joints, shoulders, knees, elbows, wrists, whatever, different levels of flexibility. Do what you can do according to your flexibility. So if you're not that flexible, don't try to throw a high kick because you're just going to hurt yourself. All right, keep your kicks low. As you loosen up, as you get more flexible, go ahead and raise them up. But keep things in a safe range for yourself, okay? Always remember to keep in mind, this is where I'm at in my conditioning, this is where I'm at in my flexibility. Let me try to stay within that range so I have fun, get a good workout, and keep things safe. So 7 is the push kick off the lead leg. 8 comes off the back leg. 9, the left leg round kicks. And 10 are right leg round kicks. For a right leg round kick, this is one of the favorites of a lot of people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot on the ball of my supporting foot. So I'll take a small step to the left with my left foot, be up on the ball of my foot, and then think of like a soccer kick. My leg is going to come swing up and around, and as I do, I'm going to pivot on the ball of my left foot. So it comes up and around, pivot on the ball of your foot. And you'll hear me say that a lot, pivot and turn, pivot and turn, pivot and turn, because if your foot doesn't pivot and turn when you kick, you put your knee at risk, okay? Because when you're kicking a round kick, your body wants to turn. It needs to turn. So if your foot is anchored and it can't turn, not only is that risky for your knee, but you're not going to have any power in your kick. So that's a 10. The 10 is the right leg round kick. And again, most important, pivot and turn. You can kick low, you can kick medium, or you can kick high, whatever your flexibility allows. Those are the basic kicks. We'll also do knees in our workouts. A couple other things. When in doubt, like if we're playing, the music is playing during the workouts, if you can't hear, if I'm calling out techniques and you can't hear, like I say 2, 3, 2, and you don't remember what those numbers mean, or you can't hear it, just when in doubt, throw punches. Okay, that's what I say. When in doubt, attack. So 1, go at your own pace. Always consider your where you're at, your capabilities, your limitations. 2, dial it up as you're comfortable dialing it up. Don't start right away going, full speed. The exercises that we do. I'll have different variations of the exercises that we do. We do burpees and mountain climb, all the stuff that we normally do. But if you have any issues with your body, say I had someone who had a problem with their knee, so they couldn't squat down, they couldn't go all the way down in their squat for a burpee. So we did a modified burpee for them. If there's anything you need to modify because of an issue with a joint, especially your back, whatever it may be, talk to me. Talk to me before class and say, hey, I gotta be careful with this, or what modification can you give me for that? That's something that we do a lot. We'll modify things quite a bit for people depending on where they're at. So the main thing for this class, you guys, is to get a great workout, have fun, and be safe. So if you have any questions about anything, these are the basic techniques that we do. We use bags, we use mitts sometimes, we use kicking shields sometimes. The best thing to do is just to jump in and start having fun. And as you have questions as they arise as the class goes along, don't hesitate to hit me up before class or after class. I want to help you out as best I can. But I'm looking forward to seeing you on the mat. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.